In the last video, we installed Ruby, Rails, Sublime Text, and we took a look at our command line. In this video, we'll be creating our first web application. So let's first open up our command line. If you're on a Mac like me, you can go to your Applications folder, find the iTerm application that we downloaded last time, and open it. If you haven't done so already, I recommend taking your iTerm application and pinning it to your dock. We'll be using it a lot. If, on the other hand, you're using a Windows computer, you can open up your command line by going to the Start menu, finding the Rails installer folder, and clicking on the Git Bash application. It should look pretty similar to this. Now, what is the command line? The command line, or the terminal, is where we'll be issuing commands to interact with our computer. It's useful for doing things like creating a new application or checking for updates and working with files. But to do these things, we first need to learn how to navigate files by using the command line. Unlike Windows Explorer or Mac Finder, we can't use the mouse to double-click on files. Everything in the command line is done by using the keyboard. There are lots of different terminal commands, but here are the most important ones you need to know. The first is pwd, which stands for Print Working Directory. When you hit Enter, that will display your current directory location. So you can see right now I'm in users/AlexYang. The second command is ls. This will list all the files and folders in your current location. Now if we type cd, which stands for change directory, then we can move into a different folder. So for instance, if I want to go into my code folder, I type cd space code. You can see now I'm in a new folder. We can confirm that by typing pwd again. See, now I'm in users/AlexYang/code. So what if instead of diving deeper into a new file, if I wanted to move up one level? Well, then I type cd space ... You can see I'm back to where I was before. We can confirm that by typing pwd again. You see I'm at users/AlexYang. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our new Rails application. So in our course introduction, I showed you the project that we'll be building. The end website will be an online marketplace similar to Etsy. So we can title our app Etsy Demo. So in our terminal, type Rails new followed by the app name. So I'll type Etsy Demo. Hit Enter. You can see here what Rails is doing is it's creating all these files automatically for us. It does this because whether you're creating a marketplace or a social network or an e-commerce site, there are lots of different files that you'll have in common. So Rails is just creating this automatically for us. We can actually see these files by first navigating to this new folder that was created for us. So if I type ls, I can see now there's an Etsy demo folder. So let's change directory into that folder. And we can open up those files that were just created by using our Sublime Text. Now if you're using a Mac and you set up the shortcut that we did at the end of the last video, you can just type subl space dot. And so this is asking the command line to open up the Sublime Text application for us, and the dot is saying open up all the files in the current folder. So if we hit Enter, we see that these are all the files that were just created for us. You don't need to know what all these files do yet. We'll get to each of them individually as we build out our app. For now, just know that we'll mostly be working in this app folder. You can see there's the controllers folder, the models folder, and the views folder. There's not much here now, but you'll see this fill up pretty quickly as we continue. Okay, so for now, let's go back to our command line. We can see that our Rails application is working by typing Rails server. What this command does is it launches a server on our own computer, so we can see what our website would look like if it were to be live. So let's go to our Google Chrome, and let's type localhost :3000. No HTTP and no .com. And here we go. This is the default page that comes with every Rails application. So we can see this page change as we actually go about building new pages. So if we go back to our command line again, and we scroll up, we see that we've really just run one command so far. And that was our Rails new etcdemo command. And it's created this directory with all these different files. Every new app built in Ruby on Rails starts this way. So the next video, we'll learn how to add our first pages.